Hello again, welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you for taking the time to support the channel. I have for you a new free-to-play deck, guaranteed to win almost any match. Thanks to the, what I can only describe as ultra broken, toxic, and poison mechanic within Magic. We're going to be dunking on everyone, not using any rares, not using any mythics. So again, this is a free-to-play artisan build within black and the green colors, a Golgari deck. We'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategies and synergies, demonstrate this within our gameplay footage, and wrap up with our final thoughts and upgrade guide for those of you looking to take the deck to the next level. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join that community Discord. You can even visit me on Twitch. Cheers, let's take a look at the new build. Here we are with a free-to-play Golgari Toxic. This is a 60-card standard best of one deck with a 1.9 average mana value, 21 lands to support Delight Curve. We will be utilizing the Toxic/Poison mechanic. Creatures with Toxic will apply poison counters equal to that Toxic number to their opponent or your opponent when dealing combat damage. All right, and then when your opponent accumulates 10 poison counters, they're going to lose the game. And this is very easy to accomplish as we can stack poison on 1/1s, right? So we don't have to deal 20 damage anymore. We're just accumulating 10 poison counters. So, let's just get right into it. The Bilious Skull Dweller for 1. It's a 1/1 with Death Touch and Toxic 1. The Death Touch makes it, so they don't want to attack into it, nor do they want to defend it, right? So really nice here. We also have the Blight Belly Rat for 2 as a 2/2 with Toxic 1. When it dies, Proliferate. That Proliferate will help us increase the number of poison counters our opponent has when it dies. The Pestilent Siphoneer for 2 as a 1/1 with Flying and Toxic 1. The evasion will help the Toxic be fairly consistent within its damage output. The Branch Light Stalker for 2 is a 3/1 with Toxic 2. And this is quite nice, a Toxic 2 creature for 2. Great news, and its 3 power also makes it formidable defender/trade with your opponent's creatures if they're going to block, right? Then we have the Necrogen Rot Priest for 4 as a 1/5 with Toxic 2, and whenever a creature you control with Toxic deals combat damage to a player, that player is going to receive an additional Toxic counter, which is quite nice. So basically just increasing the Toxic of all of our creatures by 1, Rot Priest included. We can also pay 3 to give a creature that we control with Toxic Death Touch until the end of turn. Really, really nice. We have Indestructible within the deck via Tyvar's Stand to make sure, things that aren't supposed to die don't. And this is quite nice because it combos with the Death Touch, right? We send in like a crazy blocker or attack that's not supposed to happen. They're like, well, I'm going to block this for sure. Boom, we give it Indestructible for 1, or power it up if need be, if you can do that. But if not, you can use the Rot Priest like we talked about. Give it Death Touch, right? Death Touch and Indestructible is going to be really, really good for us. One of our favorite cards in the deck will be the Necrogen Communion for 2 as an aura. Enchanted creature has Toxic 2, and when it dies, return it to the battlefield under your control. This is really nice within the Siphoner. Via the invasion, it can get now Toxic 3 hits in. But also through the Blight Belly is death, because it dies and comes back and will die again. A double Proliferate while itself having Toxic, which is pretty cool. Some removal in the deck. Drown in Ichor for 2 sorcery speed. Target creature gets -4/-4 until the end of turn. Proliferate. Infectious Bite for 2 at instant speed. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to a target creature you don't control. Each opponent will receive a poison counter here as well, which is quite nice. Vraska's Fall for 3, instant speed. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker and gets a poison counter. And then Cut Down, just as an early, removal if we're on the draw. 1 mana, destroy target creature with total power and toughness 5 or less. It's a very simple deck to play. There's not a lot here, but it does work together very nicely. We have the Dross Pits and the Hunter Maze for sacrifice-based draw. And then the Jungle Hollow for not only life gain, but mana-based consistency as well. That's the deck. We're going to demonstrate it within our gameplay. Then we'll meet back here and talk about some upgrades. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, and maybe even come say hello on Twitch. Take care. Opponent will be playing first. Well, we have some of our favorite things. Looking for protection at Tyvar's stand. We will play quickly with our 1-drop, followed by a 2-drop, both creatures. If they tap out, we may Necrogen. However, the fact that that's an island could easily be a Fading Hope. Let's hit for 1. Play our next creature, another 1/1 with Toxic. The Skull Dweller has Death Touch, and the Siphoner has Flying. Of course, we like to protect this creature. We hit for only 1 damage, but 3 Toxic. They're already at 4. And that's pretty wild, right? So they proliferate us to 2. We get our creature back. Hello, hello, hello. Grab some life. Play a Stalker. Apply another poison counter while doing 1 damage. Another drown. We go to 3. Into a hybrid. They're tapped. Let's kill the hybrid. Give them a poison counter. Hit, give them another poison counter. Toxic 2 would be lethal if they both hit. We only have 3 poison counters so far, so, you know, that's not too bad. They have 4 cards in hand. Drawing a card here. We go up to 4, playing a land. Skull Dwellers in play on the ground with Death Touch. They draw and apply another counter. Whew. Do we keep pushing forward? I think so. Good game. They're not into it. We have the draw pit there to accelerate our draw. And again, great matchup. Going first, keeping 7. We've got some goodies here, right? The communion with Tyvar's stand, very important to us. Playing slow on 1, gaining a life. Hashtag I hate mono red decks right now. One with lifelink and exile it from the graveyard to incubate 2. Slow on 3, so we can Rot Priest on 4. The Grafted Butcher is going to push up the Thranker. It also has Menace, so we can't block. Nice, bro. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind getting the kill on it immediately. But they would just take it and then remove it. Yeah. I think they want to block it. And then, you know, it's basically like it was a removal spell. Because we just get our creature back, right? Better if you already have a poison counter out, then you get to proliferate, right? But, you know, that Butcher is a good card. It's not the life gain I'm worried about, it's the damage output. Alright. Pretty nice incubate and another life gain. I'm okay with a double block. They're not gonna give me two, just one. Phyrexian has died. They will surveil one, which is just looking at the top card of their library. They get to choose whether or not to leave it there, which they did, or put it, I believe, into the grave. That was a really good card. Let's get after it. This is going to be messy. It's Toxic 3. No deaths. I could just death touch it. Right? That's got to be best. And then we get to keep our removal. We're going to have to pay. They also surveil. I think we have no problem for the tax. Actually, I might keep up a stand. I'll pay one, decline the other. Right, and then that allows us to hold up our protection. 5 is pretty good. The only bummer about the Drowning Acre is its sorcery speed. Let's get after it again. We do see the incubation. Let's push it up to 3 so we get the kill on it. This surveil's really good. Hashtag not bad at all. These might be dealing a little bit of damage to us throughout the game here. A little bit of a nuisance. We do have a nice target for our drown. Are we worried about damage or poison counters, I guess is the question. Because these mites are here to stay. We should probably mitigate the mites turn by turn. Because they're also dealing damage. Alright, opponent. Nice deck. You're doing well. Is this end of turn or end of... Yeah. Land. They're there. It's a lot of damage, though. Right? It's increasing by 3 next turn. And a 4. But they can sacrifice a creature to bring it back easily. Right? That's a thing they can definitely do. So we kind of just need to keep dealing with them. Oh, this is brutal. I am not a fan. We take them to 4. They surveil. This is a really good value, this Gift of Completion. Really putting out for them. Land they don't want, it goes to the grave. Let's swing in. Okay. We hit them for 2 poison counters because of the Rot Priest ability. Of course, the Mite can't block. Another surveil, which is like, this is compounding value, right? Very, very good. Right, for every card you toss away, you get closer to the one you want. Okay, so we're gonna sack the rat. Oh, we don't get to choose. When you do exile target. Target, you say? Target? I thought that was a non-targeted. So let's read that. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. When you do, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls. Nice. And we see that they don't have any removal in hand. They've got some life gain here. And then the butchers can come back out. This flips into an equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. And each other creature you control that shares a type with it, aka the mites. Okay. Roger, Roger. First poison counter assembled. Drinker is going to gain them some... Oh, an incubate token. I thought that was gain life. Oh, it has lifelink, and then when it is exiled, it incubates too. Okay. Reading. It's hard. This is really good. We're going to slam that on our rat. Because then it comes back and gets rid of their token here, right? That's going to push them up even higher. There is a case to put it on the Rot Priest, and then, you know, they should be blocking the Rot Priest, and then the rat gets through unblocked with the Rot Priest ability, but I think this is okay. Just keep mitigating their field state. We've already got them to 8. Because the Rot Priest triggers on itself, right? And then we incubate them to 9. And then finally to 10 for the victory. This is just broken, right? Toxic is not fun for anyone. Opponent goes first. Land is here a little slow, but that's fine. Removal active protection here. A few creatures to get us through the day. To counterspell / removal. We don't want to lose our Siphoner. Three mana. Into a Drake. I think we attack first. We have Tyvar stand. We get damage. Play Siphoner. You know they've got protection. You know it. So I think instead of cutting down their Drake, unless they tap out, you know. If you tap out, I'll wreck your dragon. Thank you. They get the draw. It was still targeted. And I am now kind of open to removal. Don't play another creature, please. Thank you. And I believe it's the same thing that we do here. Just attack first. Try to use a Tyvar stand if you can on a block. If you don't get the block, I think we messed that up, actually. I always forget about Ivy's copying my spells, too. Such a good card. Then they slip out. Ultra annoying. My bad. That was really, really bad. But we have 3 poison counters, so I mean, that's a bonus. They're going to draw. That's fine. I think they're defending. So I can't use my stand ever. That is brutal. Shame on everyone involved. What we can do, though, is drain their spells out prior to a Rock Priest being played. Let's try again. Boom, we get it. Land in hand to bluff. Bite here to hopefully get the job done once we know the coast is clear. Because theirs would, mine goes on the stack, but theirs resolves first, so my creature will leave. And I won't deal any damage. Meanwhile, they'll kill my rat. No blocks. I mean, yeah. Deal all the damage you want, dude. That's what makes Toxic cool. Okay, let's swing. Get swirlied. So that's really good for us. Because now when we drown their Spell Thief, which they didn't phase out, they can't copy it to one of my creatures because they're phased out. Never mind. All right, let's end turn. They're out of cards though. Play a land. Play a land. Don't bluff it within your hand. Put it on the battlefield, dude. Let me see it. Let's swing in. Try to pull that spell out. I guess we can never play this though. Other than to get the last poison counter. That'll be worth it. Well, when I play my bite and target their Elspeth, or sorry, their Elspeth, their Gleeful Spell Thief, it's gonna choose targets, right? Whenever a player casts a spell that targets only a single creature other than Ivy. Only a single creature. Interesting. So this targets 2 creatures. Do we do it for science? For science! It's 2 targets. Yeah. And this says only 1 target. So I think it goes through. No, well, not if you've got a stand. But that's their last card. That's their last card. Scry to the bottom. And we know we're safe to play. And they're already at 7, right? We've got nice toxic attackers. Interesting. It's nice that we clued into that. All attacks. Siphoner goes in as well. Slarpadelphia. We hit for 2. Play a replacement creature. Good game. Opponent goes first. A very slow hand. I'm gonna mulligan. Keep 6, toss the bite. Should be okay. 1 drop active, 2 drop here within both a creature and our communion. And we have removal, so we should be okay. Let's just get right after it. Toxic 3, well, there's no blocks. The mites can't block, so we just don't worry about that. And the duelist is going to get wrecked. They go to 4. Now up to 7. Gross. 4th land. Draw 2, lose 2 life. We get a poison counter. They have to have a cut down. Skull Dweller in the house. Well, if that wasn't the easiest game I've ever played. So first we cut down the mite. Oh, you silly goose. I've got a second one. And again, we just smashed down. Still needing to do 11 damage, but somehow we've won the game, Toxic. What is going on? Going first. Playing slow. Cut down open if we want to continue to play slow and remove. If not, we can go right with the Stalker. Cut down it is. Next turn we can Stalker with either a cut down or a Skull Dweller. Flying Vigilance, dies, draw a card. I think we'll just stack the field. Timely Interference for the draw. Now Surveilling 2 to draw. This is a strange bank. I kind of like it though, you know? Another of your beloved draws. Triple Toxic here to 3. Our first 3. Fading Hope on a Stalker. Scry to the top. They like what they see. So now they're going to draw it. Fading Hope again. Scry to the top. They like what they see. Another Delver. Let's Necro. Get rid of the Delver. Bring the Skull Dweller back. Throw out our Toxic too. Bounceronies. Thirsty. That's a draw. They will discard a land to keep 2. And they're tapped, right? This is really good for us here. Getting the 2 Stalkers out now. They consider. Surveil 1 draw. Secondary Watcher in play with their 3rd Consider now played. Ripping through their deck. Very good. Okay, let's take out their Defender. They get a draw. Hit for 5 poison, and that's actually going to be lethal, while also dealing 7 damage. Fairly good chunk. Alrighty, opponent's going to go first. Let's keep 7. Playing slow, I think. And then we'll just go right to our 2-drop. Sneak this 1-drop in a little bit later. Watch us top deck a 2nd untapped land. No! That would be just horrid. Opponent, are you there? Are you there? Hello. Hello. Good game. Good game. They were just waiting for the intro. I mean, you got to look at your hand and be like, oh, man, this hand is so bad. How do I play it? We get the land, which means we're boarding the rocket ship. Playing slow on 3. A little semi-doodles. Oh! I will take that and apply. Beat up the desk and apply another poison counter. I wish we were untapped here. Defend with protection. It does have Death Touch, right? Very nice. We can't defend. Okay, so that's only problematic if they play another creature. I can't block. Security bypass. If it's the only attacker, it can't be blocked. Plus when it deals combat damage, it draws a card. And then the Contaminator is going to proliferate as well when it deals combat damage. We got a couple things going on here. Winterhorn's Blessing. They can tap us out. That's actually pretty good. Not a fan. So we killed a Rot Priest, I guess. Kind of a bummer. We can't defend, so we hit. They hit for 2 points. Like, it is a poison and a proliferate on their end, though. Toxic. Thanks for the follow. Draw 3 and proliferate. Whoa! That's another nice for me. That's a big boy. We need another forced sacrifice here. I have exorcised the demons. If you don't ask, how are you ever going to get it, chat? Make sure you ask for the right card. Oh my lord. Off the top. Thanks. See, emotes can be respectful. We can be gentlemen, gentle ladies, gentle ghouls and goblins. Oh my god. I thought we were being nice. 2 of them. That's their 3rd as well. Woof. What's the spell? If we play the Siphoner, I think we can get lethal. But if it's a spell that they can target with, we'll lose. We might need to defend, right? They could phase our blocker out too, or, you know, like... Oh. Uh-oh. That's really good. I forgot about Ivy's ability. Oops. My bad. I'm gonna take the 1. We do come back to block, though. I guess so does their Ivy. Ivy doesn't have Toxic. We're not worried about that. We're just worried about the 2 Rot Priests. The land. We need removal. That's a good attack. That forces me to really bad blocks. Really good attack there. Land in hand to bluff. No, it's life gain land. Close match. Oh, that's a good one. Anybody looking for a rental property? Got flying. Good game to use. Nothing we can do. They double block. Right? The rat survives. Ivy dies. They attack us for lethal. Hokily dokily. Free-to-play Golgari Toxic is an absolute powerhouse. Now, we always get this comment in the YouTube videos. It's like, oh, I'm a new player. I don't have these cards. What the heck? You said it was a free-to-play deck. Well, you just wait till you build some of these other decks. My sweet summer child. However, to effectively collect this deck, do some Phyrexia All Will Be One drafts. Collect black and green while you're drafting, and you'll have it within a few drafts, right? They're all commons and uncommons. You're going to find them while you're drafting fairly frequently, and they are, as a majority, almost all coming from that set. The only two cards that are not will be a cut down and a cut down. The lands, I guess. But, you know, that's very easy to just grab from another set. And you probably already own cut down. However, we can also upgrade the deck if we want, which is pretty cool. So let's talk about that. Of course, the Raw Priest, a green 1-drop for us, is phenomenal. And of course, it itself has Toxic. And now when we cast spells that target it, Tyvar Stand, Infectious Bite, that's going to apply additional poison counters to our opponent. The Bloated Contaminator has also Toxic. Trample is a nice body and can proliferate, which is quite fun. Non-legendary can stack. The Abandoned Mire, a lot of these upgrades will be land. Can bring something back from the grave. The Glade for mana-based consistency alongside the Llanowar Wastes. Mirrex can create additional mites with Toxic, which is pretty cool. And then the Seed Core can, increase the damage output of our, mites if we wanted. Not super sold on the Seed Core, but it's there and it does fit within the deck. And then, of course, Who Endures is really good as well, right? So a lot of land upgrades, but that is going to make the deck a lot more consistent for you, right? There's no more bricking. Well, not bricking, but bricking within a specific color. It's, kind of bricking, right? So that's just really going to help you out. And, of course, there's a couple powerhouse upgrades here within the Toxic and Poison mechanic as well. So I hope you enjoyed. Of course, we have more free-to-play decks for you within Standard, within Alchemy. We have the competitive content for you as well with all the different formats. And I just hope you enjoy. Let me know as a beginner, because probably who's watching this video, what ways I can best serve, your audience or, you as an individual. Thanks so much. Hope you have a magical day. Like I said, comment, like, subscribe, community Discord, hang out on Twitch, become a member on YouTube here. There's so many different ways to support the channel, and just that like is the biggest thing, and it's super easy to do. So thank you all so much. We'll see you soon in the next, and I hope you have a magical day.